Hello, welcome to Lemon Stews, where we talk anything and everything entertainment. I'm, of course, the Lemon himself, Zeke Lamone, and this is my review for The Long Walk. But before we get into that, let's get the house clean out of the way. Share them to leave a like. Comment below, let me know your thoughts on The Long Walk. And, of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, all that out of the way, let's get into it, shall we? So, going into this movie, I was not fully looking forward to it. Well, not looking forward to it. I always look forward to seeing a new movie. But this whole concept of like, okay, a bunch of people are going to get together and walk. And if they stop walking at any point, you die. I don't know. It just, that full concept wasn't fully engaging to me. You know, like, in a lot of ways, this movie reminded me of that horror film Lights Out that came out, what was it, 2015, maybe 2016, where, you know, the whole concept was, look, if the lights are off, you're in trouble. If the lights are on, you are safe. It's just like, well, how scary can that be? How engaging can that be when you just know, hey, there's light, we're good, lights are off, and we're bad. And like Lights Out, this movie is a hell of a ride. I was very, very shocked by how much I loved this movie. Like, I didn't just enjoy it. I absolutely loved this film, and it all comes down to execution. And all just about, hey, we have this concept here, and we just have to fully buy in, and we're just gonna make the best of what we could do. Because in a lot of ways, it is what I say. It's just a bunch of people walking and a bunch of people talking. It's long establishing shots. You know, they don't get... I mean, they get creative with where the camera placement is. There's actually a really cool shot, and I think it's in the trailer as well, where you see the feet walking back and forth. I really did enjoy that. But again, for the most part, you just get these long tracking, maybe dolly shots of them like just going from left to right as the people are all talking. You get a couple of zoom-ins here and there. But the performers are so great, no matter how big of a role they have. They are able to really make themselves stand out. I mean, Judy Greer is in this film for maybe less than a minute, to be completely honest with you, and yet even she stands out. Mark Hamill, even though you don't see his eyes at all, stands out. You're going to remember the colonel in this, or the major. No, he's a major. You're going to remember the major in this film, even though, again, the presence isn't there. Well, his presence is there, but he's physically not seen throughout the whole entire film. And then, of course, the boys themselves got a fun cast of characters here, but the two main ones are Peter and Ray, played by Cooper Hoffman, who plays Ray, and then David Johnson, who plays Peter. And, you know, Cooper Hoffman, to me, this is his best performance that he has ever done, to me personally. I think he has a stellar career ahead of him, but out of everything, this is definitely his best performance. He really does lead the movie very, very well. But David Johnson, I mean, Jesus Christ, I really do hope the Academy is paying attention to these types of movies. Because one, I do think the screenplay deserves a nomination. Because, yeah, you know, as much as these performers are performing, this script is tight. It's done very, very well. The dialogue is very good because, you know, head into this and, you know, everyone knows that if you stop walking, you die. Like I thought it was going to be one of those shock factors types of things, but no, this long walk has been well established and what the rules are. And I'm just thinking like, hey, you get in with these bunch of guys and you're wanting to survive. I kind of like how I went into the movie. I'm not going to get attached to anyone. I'm not going to talk to anyone. I'm just going to keep walking. You would think that, and they do address it. But then they realize, hey, you know, actually making friendship is going to make this a lot easier. It's just going to make the goodbye harder. And when you do fully buy into that, when they do go through that scene, man, I just got super attached to a lot of them. And when the bodies do start to fall, even though it is visceral, it's disgusting in a lot of ways. I mean, because again, they have to keep walking. They can't stop at all. So you can only imagine what happens when they have to go to the bathroom in both ways. It is, again, and they're not shy from showing it whatsoever. Again, it's queasy. It makes your stomach turn. And then when they do start to fall and you do see the shot where they go bang, most of the times the camera will pan away from the gunshot just to leave you with the horrors of the sound. This one, they're like, no, we're going to show the gunshot. And boy, is it just, you know, again, it's visceral. You really do feel it in a lot of ways. Now, there are some deaths where they don't show it at all. And again, those are very, you know, hand-picked. It's very with a purpose, and, you know, it serves the story very, very well. The craftsmanship of this film is another testament. I don't know if that will go like to editing or maybe directing, but again, I need some Oscar recommendations for this film, especially with screenwriting and David Johnson, as I would assume he's going to be marketed as best supporting actor. He's a co-lead. He should be lead actor, but to me, he is the best performance of 2025 so far when it comes to a supporting actor. If that is truly what they're going to market him as. Hell, even lead actor as well. He just gives this such comfort and warmth, and you really understand where this character's coming from. He's like the light of this film, where he's like always thinking about the positives. There is a amazing conversation where the waterworks started to start for me between where you see where Cooper Hoffman's character Ray, why he's doing this long walk and what his purpose and what he plans to get out of it, and this big debate that happens between them, between David Johnson's character and Cooper Hoffman's character. As he's talking, he's pouring out this monologue. You really do feel it a lot. And again, the waterworks started to come with it, along with when some of the bodies start to fall, and the placement of when the bodies fall too. And again, just how the whole structure, the execution of this movie is absolutely amazing. Because you see like, okay, we're at mile 1, and then as the miles continue to climb and the days start to continue to climb, you feel the tiredness from the audience just watching them. I am shocked by just how much I love this film, to the point where if I rank this on the lemon scale, and I was really thinking, I was like, is this just recency bias? Because I am not in a rush to rewatch this movie at all. Because again, it is so heavy, it is so hard, and it did a lot to me emotionally. Like I said, I went in not wanting to get attached to any of the characters, as if I was on a long walk itself. I'm not going to get attached to anyone. I'm just going to go on this walk. I'm going to make it to the end, and then I'm going to go home. And that's it. But, seeing this brotherhood of guys coming together, and the conversations they were having, and knowing that, and them knowing too that, hey, I'm not probably going to last, because the odds of me winning are very slim to none. And as the bodies start to fall and your favorites start to fall, oh man, it really does a number on you. And with that, I'm not in a rush to see it again, but I think this is an absolute top-notch marvel of a film. One of the better Stephen King adaptations too, who I am a huge fan of. A Stephen King adaptation usually always gets me into the door. It was just something about this concept that I wasn't fully bought into, but man, I'm glad I went to the theater, even though I wasn't fully bought into the concept, because Sour Lemon's at the bottom on the ranking list. Then it's expired store-bought lemonade. Store-bought lemonade after that, hey, there's good, but there's some bad to it, but it's not expired, so it's good. Lemonade in the middle, it's a movie, it's fine, nothing to really write home about. And then freshly squeezed lemonade after that, very good, very minor problems. And then there's strawberry lemonade, which to me, it's almost as perfect as it get. To me, it's a very, very special film. To me, The Long Walk is a strawberry lemonade. Only 4 other films have got, no, 3. This is the 4th of 2025 that has gotten that strawberry lemonade accolade, which means it could compete for my favorite film of the year. And again, I was really debating it, because recency bias is a very real thing. It's the latest thing I've seen. It impacted me the most, because the other 3 are F1 the movie, which currently is my number 1 favorite movie of the year. So much fun, action, drama, love, all of that. It's just everything you want from a blockbuster, which blockbusters are the ones that made me fall in love with movies. So that movie impacted me in a certain way. There was Weapons, which that also got a strawberry lemonade. That was number 2 on my list. And the bending of genres, the fun, and how it's almost booked like a wrestling card in a lot of ways. Y'all know I'm a huge wrestling fan. If you go through go through my channel, you see I got wrestling reviews on here too. So that movie impacted me a lot of ways. Sinners is the only other one besides The Long Walk and the other 2 that also got the strawberry lemonade. Was my favorite movie of the year for the longest time up until F1 came out. Probably the best crafted movie. I mean, a huge fan of Ryan Coogler. He's someone I go to class with, but I can't help how I feel, regardless that it is recency bias. To me, The Long Walk is currently now my favorite film of 2025. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of wrestling. And if you are my favorite movie of the year, you get the title in the video, because that is it. That it is your title to own in we'll see whoever tops at this point. But again, from the performances, I really don't know if it's because my expectations were low, then it came out with such a high. But again, the execution is done so well. I got really attached to the characters. I really got bought into the story. I love the messaging of the movie. I think the ending is done very, very well too. I think the right winner wins as well. I think for the story that is told, it was just executed on all cylinders. I really can't think of a negative criticism at all within this film. I really did love it, and it's a strawberry lemonade, and as you can see, it is also my favorite movie of 2025. But let me know what y'all think about it down in the comment section. Leave a like if you made it this far within the review. I do greatly appreciate it, and hit that subscribe button, as I am trying to grow into my YouTube career. And don't forget to squeeze today, guys, because life is too short not to give you all, so squeeze every opportunity that you can. Until next time, I'll see you here at Lemon Studios.